Central America, South America, Africa, Eastern Europe, China, India.
The nature of migration to the U.S. border is changing. Before the pandemic, nearly 9 out of 10 migrants came from the 4 countries closest to the southern border. Now, for the first time ever, the majority come from elsewhere, from more distant countries in the Americas, or from as far away as Africa and Asia. We have the world at our doorstep, in spite of our efforts to shut the door. CBP or the Mexican authorities come, plug up the hole with barbed wire, and then the smugglers just come and snip it open again. It's happened over and over, and it'll keep happening. Near this gap, we see about 30 migrants, all from China, walking into the U.S. Last year, 37,000 Chinese citizens crossed the border, according to Customs and Border Protection, 10 times as many as the year before. A lot of the migrants that we've tried to approach are extremely camera shy. They're really nervous. Several groups have literally run away from us when we approach them. That's what these guys are doing right now.
You know, it's been a while since we talked about this border issue. I came across some disturbing videos that I want to share with you guys because obviously this is a very important issue and something that's going to continue to be an issue until Uncle Trump takes office again and this is all cleared out. But I want you guys to see this. It's important. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And not only is our border being flooded right now, but there are people coming from all over the place, right? All over this planet coming across our southern border. And some of them have gotten away. So we don't know who they are, where they came from, what their intentions are, right? And even some of the folks that we have caught, we don't know their true intentions. I mean, of course, they could tell us what their intentions are, but we don't know if that's true or not. So I want you to check out these clips. Let's dive in.
An undocumented immigrant pleading guilty to a deadly stabbing in Troy. Carlos Corrales Ramirez is facing 25 years to life in prison. He admitted yesterday to stabbing and killing another man back in September. Republican County Executive Steve McLaughlin blamed border and migrant policies for the killing.
This is reprehensible what went on here. You might tell I'm a little infuriated by it. And I'm sick and tired of American citizens being put in harm's way by open border policies, a weak president, and a governor that supports bail reform, which turns our criminals loose on the streets.
Corrales Ramirez was previously arrested and released here in New York State and was already wanted for a different stabbing.
Yeah. Democrat policies. Illegals committing crimes and getting let out of jail. And now this guy is going to go sit in jail on our tax dollar. Instead of deporting this guy, I don't care where you deport him to, drop him off into the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't care. All right? That's outside of the United States. Drop him off on a boat in the middle of the ocean for all I give a shit. Get these folks out of here. That's not the only story either.
New here at 9, an arrest made for an alleged kidnapping of a child. The sheriff's office says that the suspect assaulted a minor. Details right now not immediately made known during the case at this time. Investigators say Marvin Lopez is undocumented and from Guatemala. He was arrested Saturday. We're working right now to learn more about the incident and the condition of the child. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we continue to learn.
Yep. 13, ladies and gentlemen. 13. And make no mistake about it. This is Biden and Democrats' fault. I know their narrative is, oh, it's Trump and Republicans' fault. One, that Republicans didn't pass our bipartisan border bill. That border bill only solidified and made legal what they are already currently doing. That did not close the border. You don't need a bill to close the border. You can instantly close it today by executive order if Joe Biden wanted to, the same way that Trump did. As a matter of fact, Biden opened it by executive order when he walked into office, but now he claims he can't close it by executive order. This is Biden's fault. Make no mistake about it.
Laken Riley should have been able to go on a run in broad daylight without being murdered by an illegal immigrant. But Joe Biden promised not to deport illegal immigrants.
Should that person be deported? That person should not be the focus of deportation.
Biden vowed not to detain illegal immigrants who crossed the border.
No one would be put in jail while waiting for their hearing.
So when Jose Ibarra crossed into America illegally, he was not deported. He was not put in jail. Biden also supported sanctuary cities.
Should undocumented immigrants arrested by local police be turned over to immigration officials?
No.
So when Jose Ibarra was arrested in New York City for endangering a child, he was freed a second time. Ibarra went to Georgia, where he beat Laken Riley to death. How many more killers has Biden set free? Building America's Teacher is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Man, you know, it's crazy that we even have to talk about this stuff, man. And not only do we have that clip, but we have, and I want to show you guys this so that everyone is clear on who's truly at fault for this. Because I know Democrats like to say it's Republicans' fault, but what I'm about to show you, I've shown you guys before, but I just want to put it in here again, just for references purposes, or transparency purposes, I should say. This is Mayorkas admitting that they got rid of all of Trump's closed border policies. All of them. This is him saying it himself.
So we have rescinded so many Trump immigration policies, it would take so much time to list them.
We always said that we don't believe moving with an executive action is the way to go.
So you open the border via executive action. Mayorkas just admitted to that. You heard it. Rescinded so many Trump border policies that it would take him so long to go through. But now you don't want to use executive actions to close it. I think Democrats' plan, this is their Hail Mary plan. It's to close the border right before the election. They want to keep it open as long as they possibly can. To, one, either create a situation where they remain in power until the end of time, because all of these immigrants are going to vote for them in, elections down the line. Because make no mistake about it, if they win this election, they're going to allow these illegals to become legal and vote in future elections. And we all know who they're going to vote for. That's option A. That's the option that they would absolutely love. Option B is creating such chaos, allowing so many illegal immigrants into this country that it's going to be very, very difficult for Trump to deport all of them. And when he does, there's going to be uprisings by these illegal immigrants all over this country. And they're everywhere. You think they're not in your city, your local area? They're probably there. May not be as many as some places, but they're there. And it doesn't take very many people to create a whole lot of chaos. I'm just saying, right? One of the these folks are very, very sneaky. The Democrat convention is going to be in Chirac, aka Chicago. And obviously Chicago is being overrun by migrants. So you know what Democrats are going to attempt to do? Move all of the illegals out of the downtown areas where all of the Democrats will be. And of course, where all the reporters will be with news cameras and coverage and footage. Move them all out into the black areas right before the convention. So when the cameras come into town, you don't have to see the migrants. You just see the Democrats, right? Politicians.
Strong reactions tonight from residents after learning Mayor Brandon Johnson is considering plans to open a new temporary migrant shelter in their Southside neighborhood.
And he don't know where to put him. Why would you put him in our neighborhood? Well, why don't we go by your house?
All of that money that he's giving them, we've been begging for years. We've lived here our whole life. We have a lot of bad things that happen here already. We do not need this. We just do not.
Located just blocks away from Guaranteed Rate Field, the proposed building near Canal and Pershing is in the city's 11th ward.
Look at where it's at. It's hid in the back. Why is that a good location? We have no amenities here as it is.
Alderwoman Nicole Lee issued this letter to constituents yesterday saying she was notified earlier this week and met with the mayor on Thursday. She says the city wants to move migrants staying at the Standard Club near the Dirksen Federal Building to her ward before the Democratic National Convention.
This is just insane. It doesn't make sense. Keep them downtown. Keep them, I don't know. I mean, this is not our problem.
The alderwoman made it clear she is against the proposed plan, citing safety and location concerns and lack of justification for the move. She says, quote, "As our city grapples with this unprecedented influx of migrants, it is crucial that we handle the migrant crisis safely, responsibly, and with full transparency. The well-being of our communities must be the top priority."
But all we want to do is house our veterans, and they're getting kicked to the side for the people who didn't do anything for this country, yet those men and women honorably served.
Facts. First off, you can deport them. Second, though, it's obvious what's going on. They're trying to hide them. They're trying to hide the issue, hide the problem from the national coverage that will be there. That's what they're trying to do. The migrants are going to be right there, front row and center, front row, right? When Democrats arrive in town in Chicago, which is also going to be interesting to see that one all play out, considering the crime in Chicago. Over under on one Democrat getting robbed while they're in Chicago. What y'all taking? Over or under at least one? let me know. Let me know. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny because you're putting people's lives at risk. But also, these are the policies that you advocated for. These are the policies that you push. But I'm sure, they'll have, police working overtime like no other, paying buku bucks, all types of crazy dollars. They tried to extend the shot spotter, it's kind of like a security system for the city that listens, and when there's, gunshots going off, they automatically send police officers to that area. Well, the contract was supposed to be running out, I believe early this year. And the mayor of Chicago said he wanted to extend the contract conveniently, that he wanted to extend it conveniently to a time just after the Democrat convention. Yeah. Well, that company told him to kick rocks, thankfully, at least last that I heard about that entire situation. So good for them. Good for them. Good for them. But what's going on is absolutely ridiculous, and it's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. These folks are absolutely lying to Americans' faces, saying it's Republicans' fault when really it's not. We have them on camera. That's the great thing about the internet. Videos live on forever, and we can pull them up instantly. Even if you try to delete it from the internet, somebody saved it somewhere, right? So they could just easily re-upload it back to the internet, and there you go. Boom. Off to the races. We've got Joe Biden admitting it. Mayorkas also admitting as well that they did this. This is their fault. But as always, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Peace and love. I'm out.